there is a country in the world that can put on its table a fraction of what we do, I'll eat my way through it. Okay, empty words, I know I would anyway, but the fact is there is not another nation that can match the staggering range of India's street eat, that can hope to counter its culinary traditions that trace back not just centuries but in some place millenniums, where the flavors change not just from state to state but all too often from town to town. To eat your way through it is pleasure enough. To work with it, to play with it, that, folks, is a privilege. And it's one that culinary giant and legend of a swiftly evolving food scene, Chef Hemant Oberoi of the Taj Mahal Hotel, doesn't take for granted. And so as we meet on a bright Mumbai morning, he's showing me how the best ideas sometimes come from the most basic places and why his adopted city is one he can't get enough of.
Mumbai street food or the Mumbai tiffin plays a major role in our culinary areas, and the closest market we have right next to us are the fish markets of Sasandog, or Baucha Dakka, or the Crawford market. And there are times when we run around we say okay, let's go to Crawford market and pick up something. That's the easiest thing. It's nearby, it's available.
And it's got everything.
It's got everything almost.
Right. So alright, I don't know if we're going to be able to touch on all that it has to offer. But maybe we can go and check out some of the highlights.
Sure, let's do that.
Not only does it have everything, but as Mumbai's oldest covered market, every change that has taken place on the city's foodscape has reflected here, which naturally makes it the perfect place to start our day's adventures.
What we were 3-4 decades back to what has happened on the scene. And I'm a firm believer of not leaving the roots, whether it's a vegetable, meat or anything, or our culinary skills. And develop them into a very modern era. The Maharashtrian cuisine being brought in. Can you imagine, it was 40 years back when we opened Tanjore. That was the first original cuisine we brought in Tanjore. And that was the time nobody knew about the Maharashtrian or Gujarati cuisine being brought in a 5-star culture. In a 40-plus year career, Chef Oberoi was not just among the first to kick off change. He was the first to acknowledge that fun could be found anywhere, not just in the fine diners, yes, even those of his hotels. I've seen the transformation of the food from the old rustic Mughlai food of India to what we brought in as the regional cuisine. We brought the life beyond the curries and tandoori chickens.
And a grateful nation thanks you for it.
I joined in this hotel in 1974.
Really?
Yes. And this journey has been totally different. When I was a sous chef of Indian cuisine or a coffee shop or of the Chinese. And from that time to now, it's a sea change in everything. And the sea change has been brought in because we wanted to think differently. And thinking differently was because I wanted to bring the spirit of Mumbai. Street food and the Crawford market and the VD station, Churchgate station, Dabba Walas getting out. And the spirit of Mumbai is that. And nothing stops. Come rain, come anything, and nothing stops ever.
And on that note, we have arrived at the reason we will now be heading out. Alright, so Dabba's next. The Dabbawalas, yes, Mumbai's unbeatable delivery system. One that has defied every law of averages, one that ensures hundreds of thousands are fed daily, and one that has come to symbolize the city and its never say die spirit. And so, just off Grant Road sits one of the hubs for it. We're heading there because, as Chef Oberoi has pointed out, any chronicle of eating in Mumbai would be incomplete without a nod towards this particular force.
It's fun watching them. I've seen them earlier. I've seen them at the Churchgate and how they operate. In fact, we call them for the relaunch of Taj.
Why was that? Like, how are they sort of connected?
It is bringing the spirit of Mumbai back. And I don't think there's anybody better than that.
Yeah.
That come rain, come storm, come anything, and they are the ones who will never fail.
Right. It's fascinating, right, to think that from here, what, thousands of people are fed.
Yes, it's almost, I think, 4,500 kitna? 4,500 आदमी? 5,000 आदमी. 5,000 people carrying almost 200,000 meals a day. It is unbelievable. It's unbelievable that and they have never failed.
It defies every order that exists,
There
right?
are no computers. There is nothing.
वही वजह से जो सिक्स सिग्मा अवार्ड है सिक्स सिग्मा if 6 lakhs transaction done they have
Only one mistake.
One mistake only.
One mistake in 6
lakhs
Transactions.
It's a 99.9%. It's
99.99 आशिया का जो आशिया खंड है हमारा उसमें से जो टॉप लेवल के जो बिजनेस है उसमें टॉप 10 में हमारा 6वां नंबर है. वी आर ऑन 6.
और कितने साल से चल रहा है ये?
ये 123 years old business.
123 years old. What a history.
I know. And here, this is how it works.
ये हमारा फोन नंबर है.
हाँ.
अभी ये डी बोलेगा ना
हाँ.
दादर होगा.
अच्छा.
दादर.
हाँ.
और ये जी बोलेगा तो ये ग्रैंड होगा. 2 नंबर
हाँ.
बरेल का ये डी जो आदमी इधर काम
हाँ.
करता है ना
हाँ.
उसका डी पार्टी है. डिविजन ए बी सी डी ऐसा
हाँ.
हम लोगों ने किया. और ये फोन नंबर 29 नंबर जो आदमी परेल में काम करते हैं ना उसका 29 नंबर है. इधर से लेके जाने वाला दूसरा आदमी. ये इंडिविजुअल साइड उधर जाएगा नंबर का उधर दूसरा आदमी रहेगा.
So it reaches here, from here distribution, then going to Parel, BKC to where it has to go.
And then back.
And then back.
Yeah.
It is the most amazing thing. मैं इनकी वजह से हमारे रेस्टोरेंट में टिफिन लेके आया. So we put it on the menu.
So yes, we're both a little dazzled, could you tell? But now, while their reliability may have been of Six Sigma standards, the place we're heading to next, well, that runs to different hospitality requirements. Yes, Hemant has brought me to Kiani's and Company, another member of the 100-year-old club. It's an Irani cafe, one of those deliciously old-world institutes. And yes, after our excursions, what could be better than to start with that classic of old, the bun maska and chai.
Cutting chai was, it gave me an inspiration that one of the themes I did, it was called the absurd theme. There were no glasses.
All cutting chai.
No, the whiskey was served in saucers.
Oi.
Cutting whiskey.
But there is another thing they have on offer, another Mumbai classic, a greasy plate of keema gotala, gamey, oily and masala-laden mince, then mixed with that other Irani staple, some egg. And yes, I must admit, it hits the spot.
This is our Indian burgers.
They really are.
I landed in Mumbai. The first thing I learned, I came across was Parsi only. And picked up the language. The food, keema godala, bun pav. We brought it as a toasty. We created a toasty in Sea Lounge. And it's one of the most successful toasties today.
Really? I'm actually not surprised to hear that, but it's also our cue to head out. We have one more place to hit and no points for guessing what chef wants next. Our final stop is
Bachelors.
Bachelors, a Marine Drive institution that specializes in ice cream juices and Mumbai's favorite meal on the trot, the toasty. It's also, by the way, a place that boasts a name that's all too appropriate.
Vada pav and Bombay toasty were like, people just pick up them. And it was Sasta Sundar Tikau.
Yeah. And this is again, this was like, I mean, I'm talking about back in the days, this was your...
Yeah, it was every bachelor's.
Yeah.
It is not only me. Every bachelor who came to this city, it was Sasta Sundar Tikau.
And as our juices arrived, a refreshing peach and orange in case you're wondering, for the uninitiated, it's time to explain what exactly the Mumbai toasty is. Well, it's a sandwich that anywhere else in the world probably wouldn't make sense. It's toasted, filled with, well, everything and the kitchen sink. Potatoes, tomatoes, onions, cucumber, pudina, chutney, chaat masala and cheese. Press together, grill and voila, you have the toasty, a sandwich that technically shouldn't work, but somehow when you bite into it, it makes perfect sense.
Good toasty, huh?
That's what it was good.
Now, what do you say? Every favorite bachelors.
Even the married can have it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, chef. So as we enjoy this, I think we do need to tell our viewers that we have something very special coming up after the break, right?
Yeah, we will go to the kitchen
Yeah.
and recreate this.
Sold 100%.
And a variations of this.
So, chef has a surprise coming up right after this break. Believe me when I say, don't go anywhere.